I would be so tied down if all I think about is what people think of me. My faith inspires my actions, inspires when I will stay back for a student or text a student like, how are you doing? Hope you're good.
Do you ever get misunderstood?
What I think that helped me was, one, I had to pull myself back up and say, girl, you're meant to be here. You are hired for a reason. Like, they heard your accent. They heard your accent when they were hiring you, when you went through your interview. Like, you deserve to be here. And we all have accents.
We do.
Mine is just different. What I'm saying is that people already have an opinion, whether you like it or not. So curating is like selecting or like making, these are the artworks I want to put here. These are the things I want to put. You already think I'm lazy. I'm going to remind you that, okay, I'm actually not lazy. So I'm going to show you what it means to be hardworking. That's what I mean by curating. Okay. It's like showing off what you want to be seen, right? And again, we must remember that it's not performance.
You must like it.
Exactly. You must. If not, you'll be tired because it then feels like another deception, another lie, just so that you can be accepted, right?
I think a big question, I won't talk about that here because there's a lot I can talk about. A big question with this is, will you always like what you do? I think Uchama's question will come back to that. Like, there are times you have to perform. There are times, you're studying for your qualifiers. You have to, okay, I'm going to perform to pass for this.
I say that. So, I actually have a teaching I've done with that as well. It's like every day is not your birthday. And you must remember that at work, every day is not your birthday. So you must not go in there thinking you're going to enjoy everything you're doing. So instead, find your joy in it. Know that, okay, the part of my job that I do enjoy. Oh my gosh, having to say no to amazing students, I don't enjoy that. But I know that it's part of my job, and think about what's the end goal for this and why am I here? Oh, I love this other part of it. Okay, we're going to use that to keep us going. It's like seeing for the joy set before you, enduring the pain right now, because you know that there's a joy where you know the value of my work, or being a microbiologist, I'm helping this, or this will be the value of my work. Like, what is the value of your work? When you know that, okay, I just need to endure the pain right now, endure this part that's not fun, because there's something else that it will be. And you may or may not always see the value. So you must always remind yourself, this is why I'm doing what I'm doing. This is exactly why. But no, it's not, you don't enjoy everything you're doing all the time. That's not. Okay. I mean, maybe, I don't know.
We're running out of time, guys. I have two more questions before we go to our guest.
Do we have time for this?
The first one is, do you ever get misunderstood? How do you handle that? Like just being yourself. Yes. Like, she's doing too much. I want is too like.
Yes. I probably get misunderstood, but some people just don't tell me, right?
Okay.
So I never
have you ever known,
but I think, yes, I've been
sensed it.
Yeah. I think that I've had situations where the perception of me is too much.
Yeah. Yes. I can see that. I mean, not like I can see you being too much, but I can see people saying that.
That's your perception of me?
No.
It's okay. You can have it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's like, you're doing too much, or you're just like.
Yeah, just superficial or flashy.
Yeah, or flashy. You're so flashy or doing too much. And how have I handled that? I think the same way that rejection, like, I must remember that my goal in life is bigger than what I currently do right now.
To get even flashier. There's any word like that.
My goal in life is bigger than what people currently think of me in that regard. Like, even though I just told you personal branding, you must curate that image so that what people then think of you is what you want them to know. Right? But also, I would be so tied down if all I think about is what people think of me.
Yeah.
People will always have opinions. And of course, I must take feedback. And I've taken feedback. I take feedback a lot. In fact, I ask my students, what should I do differently? Or my friends, like, I take feedback. Of course, is it pleasant when you're hearing? Like, thank you so much for the feedback. It's that. No, and then you work. Anyway, I take feedback.
Yeah, I want to talk about a feedback you got that's changed you or something. There's something I wanted to come from your mouth now that you wanted to.
Yeah, I can't remember. Okay. I think I've swallowed it and it's gone. But no, I take feedback, and I must be able to separate what feedback is and what is just criticism. Like literally just criticism. It's not constructive. You don't tell me what to do to be different, literally. And I must also know that some people would say those things just because they aspire to be that and they're not.
Yeah. And also because they're dealing with something in their own life that they've not figured out. They don't even know.
Yes. And honestly, my job is to help you. So like my goal is bigger than that. Like I have a bigger goal. Like anyway.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah. Those are just some misconceptions I get, and I don't think there's anybody that doesn't get misunderstood. I think that's part of the package. And like I said, I'm still going farther, so I gotta get ready.
Yeah, thank you. So the last question before we move to our guest curated question is: you're a woman of faith, literally.
Yes.
How do you handle being in a role that's student facing with your faith? Like, because, we're in an environment where you're supposed to be neutral in that sense, in a way. How do you not get into trouble?
Yeah.
Literally.
How do I not get into trouble? How do I not get into trouble?
Do you get my question?
Trouble? No, I understand your question. I'm just trying to
got into trouble?
That's a mask. Have I gotten into trouble?
Okay.
Well, maybe I have or I haven't. Anyway, I think one of the things I do is that, and I've been telling Christians a lot, or just even understanding that a lot, that our faith is not just like, for someone to get saved, you need to preach the gospel to them. And yes, that's a big part. I must always do that. But for someone that doesn't know and all of that, like a biggest part of how they know is even from those actions. As for me, being such a positive influence in someone's life, I'm bringing them closer to them. I'm bringing them closer to what makes me have such a positive smile all the time, positive influence all the time. So I said that to say that being a woman of faith and taking that in a student-facing role, I don't have to say, oh, Jesus loves you. If you tell me you're a Christian, then I'll tell you, girl,
come on.
You started, let's go. Let's start Bible study. Does that make sense? But I don't have to start that for you to know. Like I said, I would share stories from the Bible without saying Matthew 5.
So do you say somebody I know somewhere? How do you say that kind of stories?
It's like, for instance, when we're talking about endurance, I said that for the joy set before you endure the pain. Yeah. That is a scripture. Right. And that is something I can use and I've used to encourage people.
This looks like English. Yeah.
Literally. It just or I'm trying. There was one example, I can't remember the example, but there's been examples that I've just used like that. Or literally just telling you, you can do it. I believe in you. Oh my gosh, that goes such a long way. Or going the extra mile for someone in spaces where, so you were talking about the post I made. I won't reference the example so people don't know the exact person I'm talking about. But I made a post on LinkedIn, and one of the people commented that they said, you have a way of helping people being seen, feel seen, valued, and supported. What would Jesus do? Those are things that Jesus would do. Does that make sense? Right. That right there is like, yes. That you would go home, you would remember Bukky. Not for Bukky's sake, but I've extended the love of God to you. Because you're made in the image of God. Everybody is made in the image of God. So me as a believer, as one who understands what it means to be made in the image of God, as one who understands that I'm an extension of God, is being an extension of that to you as a person, regardless of who you are. So as my faith inspires my actions, inspires when I will stay back for a student or text a student like, how are you doing? Hope you're good. Or a student reaches out to me about their grades and I'm not just saying, well, you deserve it. Well, you deserve it. But like, how can I help you? Does that make sense? It's like, and I really want people to see that, to know that as well. Like, that people should not despise the idea of faith just because of your actions.
You do it,
because of who you are. Because now, If I've made you seem valid and supported, you would want to hear whatever thing I have to say to you. And I've had a student categorically tell me that how do you actually do what you do? Like, how can I be like you? And I said, for me,
cannot be like me.
You can't. Well, for me, it's faith.
Yeah.
My faith.
She asked.
She asked, and I cannot lie.
Yeah.
I don't lie. Give you.
What did she say after then?
Oh, and then we started talking about faith.
Is she Christian?
Yes.
Okay. Awesome.
And she decided to take her Bible study more seriously because of that. Again, all glory to God. But it's like, for me, I know that I'm sent here. And that's it. I must see my role in higher education. I must see my role in the spaces as one sent of God. Not until I say, oh, believe Jesus, but first with my actions, with my countenance, with you leave my presence, feeling the love of God.
Right.
There are a lot of things that change people that we don't know.
Right.
Like,
I feel it. Thank you so much for that.
Again, I just want to say that it's what we've been called to do as believers. How can I extend God's love where I am right now? How can I be an extension of His faith, of this faith that I believe where I am? Hey, God.
I think it will start academic journeys faith. Anyway, so now you were part of the people I called initially on this channel to ask questions. I think the first question was from you, which is, if you were not in academia, what would you be doing?
Are you asking me?
I would still want to know if you were not in a career, let me not say career coach. If you were not in a higher ed setting,
I'm doing everything that I want to be doing.
Tell me, what would you be dancing?
Oh yeah, that's right, dance too.
She dances. Oh my gosh! So what would you be doing if you were not in an educational setting?
I would be doing something with, like a TV or something.
Yeah, which you're already doing. You're planning. She shot a movie. She's oh my gosh.
So yes, I made a short film, and
when is it going to be out?
I don't know, guys. I don't know. It's going to be out this summer. We'll see.
Yeah,
but
awesome.
That or I would just travel the world and just be preaching.
Okay. So Marisa McKeague, one of my lab mates, asked the question, which is, who are the people you've not really touched on? Like, who are the people your mom that has encouraged you along the way? And I actually had that question earlier when you talked about reminding yourself that you are meant to be here. It doesn't. If you're facing that kind of thing for the first time, you may struggle to remind yourself. So, who did you turn to at that point? And generally, what people have been helping you along the way in your journey?
I've said my mom. I've said my faith.
Yeah. So your church community.
Yeah, my church community, like sermons, like listen.
She goes to CCI by the way.
Yes, I
Celebration
do.
Church International.
Shout
out. I hope Pastor Aaron sees this. Apostle Aaron sees this. Anyway, go ahead. And Pastor Brown.
Oh my God.
Anyway, go ahead.
But some of my supervisors, like people that, as an international student, like you had people that have fought for your case.
Oh my gosh, yeah. I know. I'm going to add one thing to that before you go on. Please, and I'm an international student, yes. If you have the chance to encourage, not even give anything, just encourage somebody who has left, even if it's just as close as California, to come here, talk more of another country to come here, please do. We show up every day, but sometimes it's in spite of so many other things going on in our lives. So go on.
Yes, no. Those people, like, because like them believing in me, I'm like, oh my gosh, what are you saying to even believe in me and to make a case for me to be here? That keeps me going. I'm so thankful for them, very thankful for them. My friends as well, like I have my friends that I go and then I say, guys, this is how I think about myself right now. It's not giving. And then they remind me, Bukky, this, Bukky, or say, you need to do this, you need to do that. So me thankful for my
to mention
friends.
names, so it's going to be tricky.
It's going to be tricky.
Yeah. It must be have to be Bukky Abdul. Yeah, go ahead.
It's going to be tricky about my friends. They know themselves.
They know themselves.
I don't.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they know.
Yeah.
And they know how much I appreciate them.
Can I mention an acronym I know about you?
Baddie.
Baddie. So, anyways, Baddie know themselves. Maybe it's not even Baddie, but anyway, go ahead.
No, yeah, Baddie is one. Anyway, so I have that, and then honestly, Apostle Aaron.
Yeah.
Like
shout out.
Like seeing some of the amazing things, like just.
And he went to Covenant too.
Yeah, he went to Covenant. So like seeing the excellence. It's like, I can do this. I can do this. I can do this. But along my journey, it's really been my faith community. It's really been people, like people in my faith community, and my siblings. Okay, should I shout out one? All of them come for me.
You must shout out to all of them. There are three.
All of them.
Yeah.
All of them.
Names,
yes. Oh no, it's fine. Like they'll be on. It's fine. No, if not, somebody can use this information and try to trace my life, my family, my siblings. I know exactly.
Yeah,
they will know my security code, like security question. What is the name of my sibling?
What is your first cousin?
God.
No, mention where your school is.
Where I did undergrad, masters. Please don't come to me.
Are you scared?
But no. In this cyber world, you gotta be. But anyway, no. I just want to say, my siblings, like, they've reminded me the role I play in the family, and have been. It's like, okay, you gotta keep going, girl. You gotta keep going. And I'm thankful. We have no option. I mean, no. But it makes it. It's like, again, seeing the joy, seeing, wow, look at this because of this. It's been beautiful. But yes, I don't know if as one person in particular, I don't even think I can be one person.
I never think.
And even in higher education, like for my PhD, I mean, my current advisor right now, she's amazing. Lauren, shout out Lauren Irving, amazing. But yes, honestly, that's it.
Okay, next question is, what is the most significant change you've seen in yourself? If you look at the girl that was told, where's your parents? Why are you here? Who's this kid? Writing UTME to this person who is a career coach, 6 years plus of work experience and PhD in higher ed. What's the most significant change you've seen? I hope positively, but whether positively or negatively.
I don't know about negatively.
Yeah.
Honestly, confidence.
Say more.
It's honestly all that I've said, and how that I was talking to somebody maybe 2-3 years ago, and last year.
Okay.
And we went to college together.
Oh, wow.
And she was like, wow, Bukky, all the things you do now, nobody would have really thought back then.
Yeah.
And I was like, really? I thought I've always been the big deal. I said that in my head, but I know that.
I mean, so you were trying to be your best at that point. Exactly. How did you not see my best?
But no, I also knew that. Again, because that was time I was struggling a lot more with low self-esteem. Does that make sense? So like, I knew that, what she said, very accurate. But the change I've seen is confident. I feel like as I'm saying this now, I'm reminding myself to stay confident, because
Bukky, stay confident in case you're watching this later.
Honestly,
actually, talk to yourself.
You need to stay confident. Just do it. Just as you've done, just do it. Honestly, just do it. But yes, confident, because confidence sells, and it's attractive, and
it's contagious.
Yes, I think that's the word. And learning not to shrink. I've really told myself many times to shrink just because of, again, the misconception, or just like too much. I'm like, actually, really, I'm not even doing too much. There's
I will stop doing it, safe. Maybe you not see me again here.
No, because one person in my life really said that.
Yeah, and there are people in your life that when they say things, it hits more than just any other person.
One person in my life said that, and I was like, I guess I should shrink. I guess I should. But staying confident, and honestly, what a significant thing I've seen is reminding yourself that without God, I'm nothing.
Right.
Without God, I'm nothing. honestly. And it sounds more great to say and to say it in front of camera. I'm like, yeah, she wants to be. But it's like, I'm going to go back home and be like, God, thank you for this. Because I feel like even this conversation, I feel like I've seen it before-ish. And I'm
glad I keyed into what you saw before.
And I'm just like, well, Lord, amazing. I don't know where this will go, but we've spoken so much today, man.
Yeah.
But but I knew that I've always known that I want to be interviewed. Because I feel like I have a lot of
You have a lot to share. I have loads of questions running through my mind.
But yeah, honestly, I've always like, one day. And I feel like, slowly. So staying confident.
Okay, let's start with him.
Let's wrap it up.
Okay. And the last one is, when do you ever feel like, okay, at some point you might leave academia? Like, when would it be time? What would you see that make you feel like, I'm done? Next thing.
In my head, from my mind, I don't know exactly when. Because I see myself in academia for a long time. But my colleague and I were literally joking in this room.
In this room?
Yes.
Okay, nice.
We're joking.
Shout out to the colleagues.
We're joking that, maybe you should go work for this company just because you love. Let me just put it out there. Maybe the company will look for it.
Yeah.
Maybe you should go work for Gallup because you love Clifton
you
Strength.
love Clifton
and I love helping people see it and how they can use maybe one day you should go work for Gallup. So I was like, I never considered that, but
that'd be good.
Yeah. So doing that,
Gallup,
your
girl is
and
here.
then being a consultant to universities. So like everything I want to do, even if I'm not in the university, like still adjacent to universities and being a consultant to universities. So that could be that's that. But in terms of when, I would know. I don't know now. I don't know yet, but I would know, because there was a time I wanted to leave even this school, and the Lord was like, no, it's not your time. Or I've gotten offers for other positions outside. Exactly. Yeah. It's like, but I'm like, no, it's not your time. Does that make sense? Like, it's like, but I'm like, no, it's not your time. I know that I'm where I'm meant to be. I'm having a great time, and there's so much to be done here. So I know, not yet.
One bonus question. I was moving from career center to supply chain. Like, what was that experience like?
I thought I'd never leave the career center because I was like, no, I'm comfortable
I felt you were
here.
poached.
Yes, I was, and I'm thankful. But I felt like I would never leave there. My day that I was leaving, the final welfare, I was weeping. Weeping. Why? And my current supervisor was also there because he also came for another person's welfare, and we're all doing the same, farewell together. So he saw me weeping.
Like, no worry, come on, weep in my office.
So I was like, what is it going to be like? But I really loved it. Why? Because I'm now closer to students. I'm able to see students more often than just one time.
If you ever go to Bukky's office, you think it's like a classroom. Each time I've gone, maybe just this summer, but each time during the spring or during the semester I've gone, there are students.
Yes.
Like just hanging out, It's really
I really, like, the Lord, coming into this job, the Lord had to remind me my why, that, hey, your why in higher education is students. So don't forget that. So it's been amazing. It's been amazing. Very, very thankful.
Bukky Abdul.
Thank you for having me.
As we move on, I will ask that you continue to engage. And I have one quick request. Please do not just watch the videos, like, comment, and subscribe.